Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 71 of the Yarnivore podcast. And I need to figure out where to put my little book. I had to start a new book for show notes. This is the third book of show notes. We're getting old. We're getting so old. Just FYI, we're getting old. My little hair done here. Now, before I get into things, full disclosure, I'm not wearing a bra today because, I burnt myself. I don't even know how I did it. All I know is that I was experiencing some pain in my sternum, so I put my heating pad on, and then I sat up and I had an itch, the under boob itch. As anyone who has boobs will know, that area gets warm, and it was really hot here. So I went to itch, felt immense pain, and pulled my shirt back. There's a bunch of skin on my shirt, not on the boob. So yeah, 2nd degree burn. It still has not scabbed up, but I at least now no longer have to change the dressings. It's very disgusting, and it has been extremely unpleasant. It makes life hard to do. Also, the root canal that I had a few weeks back, yeah, it got infected, so working with that. Basically, everything that can go wrong is going wrong. It's Murphy's Law. So, however, there are very few things I can do, but some of those things include knitting, which makes me and purchasing. These are the two things I can knit and I can buy stuff. So I've been doing good stuff. First off, I guess we should go into things that have gotten finished. I finished things. I'm still proud of that. So the first thing, which has not come off the Nitty Naughty, there we go. 2 cups of coffee, I had my breakfast, I went for a walk, like I should be able to do that. No. Okay, so on the Nitty Naughty, and I like to leave it on the Nitty Naughty for over 24 hours once I take it off, just because that's who I am. And quite frankly, I probably won't take it off until I'm ready to wash and thwack. Maybe I should have a washing thwacking party. The heat finally broke, so I actually feel somewhat human, but there was like a really bad heat wave here, and then we got all the smoke coming down from British Columbia because of all the really horrific forest fires, and basically it was like chewing the air. It was just unpleasant. I had to take many allergy drugs. I'm just over August. Can it be September? Just change the song to Wake Me Up When August Ends. So I got 317 yards. This is Clun Forest. It's a down fiber, dyed in the wool with undyed white, carded roving, suitable for woolen or semi-worsted spinning techniques, approximately 4 ounces, colorway tropical blue-green number 2, from Solitude Wool, solitudewool.com. I got this a few years ago at Madrona, yes, and I have another one from from Solitude that is a Clun Forest and Toonie, which I'm looking forward to trying. So I did this a short backwards long draw because that's about all I could muster, and honestly the only reason it got plied was because I could do that and hold my arms like a T-Rex, because that's about all I can do with my boob. So it was a good thing because I couldn't have long drawed. Like at that point all it needed to do was be plied, but I suppose I could do like my inchworm and really control stuff, so maybe I should start spinning for some socks. It's really super pretty. I like the marled effect because it was the long draw way. It's got kind of a halo. I think it'll really plump once I wash it. I did notice while I was spinning it that it still did have a bit of grease on it, which is fine by me, but I think that is really going to soften it up when I give it its soak and thwack. I don't think it'll need much of a thwack. I don't think it needs a thwack, period, but some things do require thwacking, but I like it. It's a little coarser than most, but I could still wear it next to the skin. And again, I think it's going to soften up, so I don't think it'll be coarse at all. Great outerwear. I'm thinking a cowl. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be a sport or a DK, at least. Probably a DK if it plumps. So, yay spinning. And I want to spin more, so I have to figure out what's up next. But slow and steady wins the race, right? That was super busy this week. and or was it last week or this week? There was one week I was like super busy. I had an appointment for every day, and that is very unusual for me. I don't have enough of a life for that to occur. So when it does, it kind of throws me for a loop. Friday, I had 3 appointments. I had a doctor's visit, I had a chiropractor visit, and then I had a meeting I had to go to. Just too much. Too much. I spent all of Saturday sleeping. I'm not even lying. Yeah. And I finished my Desert Vista Dye Works, the 3rd annual Desert Vista Dye Works Sock Club. I finished my August socks, which are the Patsy colorway. They're so cute. And of course, I've created a monster because the first thing my mom does after I've shown them to her is go, is there enough for some bed socks? So my friend Pam, back home in Minnesota, made an asinine amount of bed socks, like something ridiculous. I know she at least made 12, possibly 30 at one point, and they were, so that went around the knitting group, and then Sarah joined in. I'm not sure who else is all on this Turkish bed socks with the Clever Knits Banny Wockets modifications, but, and so I've made a couple pairs for Mom. Then when she was here, she wanted more pairs out of previous Desert Vista Dye Works, so now she set the precedent that I pretty much have to make them for her out of whichever colorway she likes. So these are for me, because I like Patsy Cline, and I know exactly which album this the colors are taken from for the cover. So I will make her some Turkish bed socks. I might have to make myself some to see if like it's really worth the hubbub, but I don't know. It smells like wool. These are done on a US 1 2.25 millimeter needle. I did 64 stitches. I did an afterthought heel. This afterthought heel is a little different because normally I'll pull, if you notice here I finished on the brown and I start on the brown for the afterthought heel. Normally I would just unroll the rest of the colors, but I didn't want to waste that much yarn, and I noticed that the start was brown, so I just went to the back end and then I did it backwards from the outside of the ball. So that made me happy. I didn't have to use as much, but it also gives it a different aesthetic because it should have, if I did it the other way, it would have gone brown, pink, and ended on a green. And because I use these blockers for both me and my husband, who has an abnormally large foot, it looks a little smaller than it is, but it is a woman's 9.5, 9 wide, whatever, and I love them. It's in the VSO base, which is a 75/25 superwash merino nylon, and now I can actually wear them because everybody needs socks. Even though there's a heat wave, I'm still knitting socks, possibly because they're the easiest thing to knit in a heat wave. The heat wave is over, but during the heat wave I had like nothing else was getting knit because it's just too hot. Had to be small. Okay, so what did I actually knit on? Well, let me follow around a little bit. The Good Vibes by Nadia Chrétien-Lechen, which is available on Ravelry. It's a paid-for pattern on Ravelry. There you have it. It got some love. I got another section done. I'm hoping to get, I really want to get to the, pull up the picture again for you. I want to get to the lacy bits because they look like a lot of fun. And I think this would be a really good shawl for hanging out in the autumn in my house because it tends to get a bit cold before I start actually using the wood stove because I'm a stubborn Canadian. And I have it in my gorgeous, my 2nd Avenue swag bag, which is massive and covered in frankenfur. I am using US 4mm, or US 6 4mm needle. Sorry, US 4. US 4 is a lot smaller, I think, yeah. Let me just untangle. I'm using the Knit Picks, or no, these are Knitter's Pride, and I believe they're the Dreams. They're the wooden ones. The color is not coming off as bad as it did the first time I started using them, But do be aware of that. If you use these colored ones from Knitter's Pride, I did notice a fair bit of bleeding on my hands with them. Like, my fingers went purple the first time I knit with these, and that was very unpleasant. So I'm hoping that doesn't keep occurring and that it's just a matter of it wearing out. And so here is the progress. You may say, I see no progress. Well, last time you saw it, we were here at this hole, so I've gotten this whole section in between and these holes done. This is the Dangers Untold colorway on the Gothic base, Knitter's Nightmare. And then I have Hardships Unnumbered, which is going to be the lacy part. And this is on the Batty sock base, I believe. So, looking forward to getting that done. I do have a knitting group tonight. I don't know if I'll take this or socks. I'm not sure how much brain power I'm going to be able to have, but right now it's a lot of garter. So it may just have to come along with me. This one also saw a fair bit of love in my Pam bag because we're very Pam-centric here on the Yarnivore. I had this in my car just as when I go out and about in case I needed knitting, and subsequently I ended up doing coffee with a friend out of nowhere. We were both like free on the same day at the same time, and since she has 2 kids and a life, it was like, okay, sweet, I'll meet you here, and we met and I knit. So I did have the first sock finished. These are socks for my husband. They are out of the opal yarn in the shaft pot thing, which is the sheepy one, and there's the information for you. I'm pretty sure silver distal means superwash or washable, but the farb is 8903 and the parti is 1278, and it's so pretty. So yes, so we had the first one done. You've seen the first one done many, many, many times. Well, the second one, and I'm using my Needle Cozy from the lovely Schnufeltier, Tracy, over at the Passionate Spinner podcast. I am using Knit Picks Caspian double pointed needles. These are the 6 inches, 6-inch ones. Yeah, these are the 6-inch ones, which I have. This is like the minimum requirement for my double points because of the way I hold my needles. If the smaller ones, they just make my hands hurt and there's cramping involved. It's not pleasant. I realized at coffee that I did a completely different heel. Like, usually I know what I'm doing, but I guess I was really too involved in the conversation, and I ended up doing a much blockier heel than the half circle heel, which I usually do, but I don't think my husband's going to notice at all, as long as it has the gusset, and it does. So I got the heel flap done, and I'm down the gusset. I think I officially just finished the gusset right here, so it's solid knitting from here on in. I would love to have these done. Not that he can wear them for a while, but, you know, it does get cold eventually. So they'll be good to have, and I just like having plain stockinette socks on the go. I don't have anything that has like a pattern as far as socks, and maybe I need to change that because I kind of miss patterned socks. Not gonna lie to you, I've done so many vanilla socks that at this point I'm like, ooh, I could go for some pattern. Maybe even just little pattern. And so then what else did I work on? Yes, this one. Because I am a parent, there are only 2 people I ever talk about, and that's Pam and Schnufeltier, who made me this gorgeous bag with Maleficent, my lovely Maleficent. I did get some work done on the winter wheat. I am looking forward to wearing this so much. I want it to be done by fall. Like, you have no idea. I want to finish this so bad because it's going to be so nice. I'm all tangled up. I believe these are 4s. Are you stamped? Usually you're stamped. You don't tell me? I believe these are 4s. Don't quote me on that. I am using US 1.5 2.5 millimeter needles for my husband's socks. So this is how far I've gotten. Previously, you had seen that I was in the green. Previously, I had been in the green. There's the armhole. So I did another separation, and I am into the next textured stitch, which is a slip stitch. Here, let me hold it up for you here. You can see the little slippy stitches. They're very minimal. They don't detract a lot. There's a texture pattern in here too that's very slight, which I like. So there's textured stitches the whole way down, and they change depending on the color. I believe this is the last time I will use this color, and it better be, because all I have is this. And this is Run Through the Jungle colorway on Batty Sock Base. It's Knitter's Nightmare. So yeah, I want to get this done. But now that I've separated the sleeves and the front bit's kind of pretty much done until I have to sew things, it is getting there. It is getting there. Like, look at the back. Like, we're getting somewhere. Probably, like, that's a good almost 7 inches from the armpit. So another 10 to go, ish. Super excited about it. My phone is blowing up with stuff that doesn't concern knitting, so I'm going to ignore it. The other colors involved are the Toxic color, the Undertow, and Old Leaves. All Knitter's Nightmare, and all in the Batty Sock Base. I haven't needed to use the second skein, so I haven't caked them up yet. I will do that as it comes. I really want to finish the sweater, because I want to start a new sweater. I'm not even going to lie to you. Actually, no, like, this is a cardigan or whatever. Because it opens, it's a cardigan or whatever, and I want to do, like, a pullover sweater. I want to do breathing space. I have the yarn picked out. I printed out the pattern. I am there, but I can't. Because I've told myself I have to finish at least one of the two I've got going on, and the lace one isn't getting done anytime soon. Like, I look at it and I sigh. Almost audibly, because it's lace, and I love it, and I will love it when it's done, but it's going to be another couple of years, just so you know. So, up next, enhancing. First off, one of my lovely friends, and I don't know if I can name her, so I won't, sent me these gorgeous bats, and it's been a while. I'm just that, like, discombobulated during Tour de Fleece. So I really want to get to these, and one is the Subtle Rainbow Sheep Stories. These are both wool pierogi. Like, look at how pretty this is. Look at how pretty it is. And this one is Yellow Daisy Coral Sheep Stories. You know these are going to be spun super thin and then Navajo plied, right? Like, you know this. And then striped into something. I could see them being a stripe with something. Maybe I could stripe them with each other. So pretty. See, I want to spin all the things, but I do have to give myself breaks more often than I want to. And I'm having bang issues today. It's partially because they're too long and I need to have them trimmed, and it's partially because it's warm. The other thing, my sister in solidarity, Miss Ponky, another crafty girl, had a sale go on because she had some severe tooth trauma, and I can completely relate given what I've been going through. So she had a sale to help fund said traumas, and how could I walk away? I couldn't. First of all, I can't walk away from another crafty girl at the best of times. You give me a discount coupon, I'm there. I'm there like Cher. So I picked this one up with my husband in mind. It's Justice on Strong Sock, 80/20. It's this gorgeous brown blue with hints of yellow. It is, of course, an Overwatch reference, because I will eventually get all of the Overwatch colorways. He still wears his gloves that I made, and I have the Junkrat colorway. Is it Mayhem? Something Mayhem? So those are probably going to be next, and then this one. And I've got Stink Brain. Basically, my husband only wants things that are knit out of another Crafty Girl yarn if it's not my stuff. And I picked up, this is the Mini Skein Bundle 0.2 Come and Play Strong Sock set of 7. And so I got, my friend Christy from back in Minnesota got me the first one when she went to SSK one year because I really wanted it. And I was like, ooh, what am I going to do? And then there was a second one, and I was like, ooh, I need the second one. So what I'm going to do is make matching, like, probably knee-high socks. Toe up. Don't know how that's going to look, but I'm going to do toe up with probably a solid heel toe and ribbing, depending. And because these are 280 yards. These 7 skeins are 280 yards. So, yeah. I think because I have 2, I have Come and Play 1 and Come and Play 2, and they won't be even remotely, they won't look alike at all, but I think they'll be insane enough that it's going to be awesome. And so in this one, the colorways are Tutu and Barrettes, Egad, Fairy in Training, Fiesta La Monstra, Numerical Vampire, Om Nom Nom, and Tickle Tickle. Love it. Love it. So, yes. That's my plan with that. I also got a lovely little care package of chocolates, which was awesome, and I'm eating them slowly. And mini skeins to put in my mini thing from the lovely Annette, formerly of Soft Like Kittens, formerly of having a podcast, who is still completely awesome. Like, I mean, I tattoo her stuff on me. She designed my logo, and so I am very excited to play with these, and I love it, and thank you very much, Annette. And I want to put the postcard in a frame because it has all the whales, and they're so cute. So cute. I can't even handle the cuteness. That's all my knitting for you. I'm just going to go briefly over some of the sewing stuff. And so if you don't like sewing, you can bugger off now. If you like sewing, I got a few more row by rows. My mother-in-law sent me a cheer up, I'm sorry, your life sucks right now kind of package, which did make me happy. You know, burnt boob, root canal infection, husband gone, dying cat. It's all a fun time here at Chez Sadie. So I got this lovely package, and there's going to be a lot of crinkle, and you're just going to have to deal with it. So first off, this set. So there's the table runner, the wall hanging, and I'm going to call that a pot holder of some kind. But, okay, I have a thing for sunflowers. It's from Harold and Maude. I will be a sunflower. Yeah, big into sunflowers, wedding in sunflowers. Basically, just sunflower fanatic here. And then the kit to make the wall. I'm gonna go get one of those thingies from the quilt shop so that I can hang it outside and be one of those people. Or I'll just hang it inside. I don't want to put it outside and get it hurt. But it's the kit. It's the kit. Now I have to finish my brother's quilt. That thing is a monster. And then she got me the Sew and Save Row by Row on the go. This guy, who's totally awesome. I think now I have enough to make like a queen size quilt. This should get interesting. And the Junior. And they come with everything. And I'm sorry, but isn't that the best 1960s fabric you've ever seen? I'm pretty sure I had a pair of pants like that I made out of old curtains when I was in high school. And then when I was in downtown Poulsbo, I was picking up my husband's birthday gift, which is a gift certificate for a tattoo. Almost got hit by a truck. That was fun. Dude did not look back when he was backing up and almost got me. It was great. I was not having a good day. So I went past the quilt store and I had to stop in and get their row by row because I am nothing if not a complete lemming. And that is what this one looks like finished. It's called Soaring Splendor. It's a laser cut batik that you applique on, and it is so gorgeous. I love the wolf eyes. So that was my big spending spree, which isn't much of a spending spree. I bought 2 things for myself, but other people bought things for me. I will buy yarn at some point, but right now I just feel the need. I still have a finishitis thing, so I want to like use a lot of stuff, and I have so much pretty yarn that I really want to use it. So I'm having trouble like enhancing the stash without feeling some sort of negative repercussion mentally. I don't know. And that is everything I've been up for the last 2 weeks. I hope everybody's doing way better than I've been doing, and I hope the next 2 weeks don't suck half as much. I hope you guys are having a lot of fun knitting, and I'll see you probably 2 weeks from now. Bye.